Hello, everybody. Just sitting down in the fish room after water changes. Just sitting around looking, checking everybody out, making sure the ones I moved today are doing okay. I have no idea which one it was. It was one of the ladies. Might even be this one up here. I don't think you can see through the algae on this side. Not too well. I only clean the very front of my tanks. I let the algae go just so they can have their own infusoria and all that stuff in their tanks. Hopefully, it makes them want to do baby stuff more. There's a Mr. Shrimp cleanup crew of this tank. I don't think there are any more escapees in here. I think they're all finally too big. Well, that tank's too big. These ones are all starting to swim now. These are the last ones from October. Well, the last ones I'm going to pull from October. That was today. But as you can see, they're already starting to swim. The big guy here up top, that's the one I actually found swimming in this tank when I did water changes today. He was up in the top corner. I almost sucked him up. I thought he was just a piece of debris. These are the September last 2 weeks. They're getting big. They all got brine shrimp bellies today. Quite a bit of them in there too. Having that Java moss in there instead of a fake plant, I think that really helped a lot. That and I used to separate them by month. Now I separate them every 2 weeks. And they don't get big enough to eat each other. Hopefully these guys will come out. Here we go. I miss when they used to all come up to the front of the glass. Slide on the chair. There's the empty tank. And you probably can't see our sick boy in here. I don't want to turn the light on. Spook him. There he goes. Yeah, see, he's struggling. He can't even swim straight. I don't know if it's a swim bladder issue or something's going on just with his head. But he's been in there for a couple hours now. We'll leave him in there until next water change day. I'll clean this tank, rinse the filters out, see what all we can do. That's the two ladies that are in with those guys now. This is the first half of October babies. Quite a bit of them. There were no escapees in this tank at all, at least that I've found so far. We'll see. I think they're too big to get out now anyways. There just must have been a hole in the one area from the left tank on that breeder box. These are the first couple of weeks of September. They're ready to go up to their 10-gallon next week. They're all pretty big except for that one little darker guy. Might have a runt. But these guys are neat because they're all used to me. They don't run. And there's this tank. These guys are the only ones who are not scared of me anymore. As you can tell, they just come running up to see what we're feeding them today. But it's not quite food time yet. You guys still have like an hour, sorry. See the one right in the middle? Her right there? Her butt floats. It's funny. I probably should take her out so she doesn't pass on the genes, but none of the babies seem to have it, so I think it's just her. Plus, if I take her out too, it'll offset the ratio of, it'll be 2 males and 2 females, and I think it'll be too stressful for them. That's a really bright red shrimp I got in there. I'm not sure why he's in there. This is normally, the cleaning jobs are normally given to the cull shrimp. I might put him back in the breeder tank. Oranges are doing good. Oh wait, I didn't show you guys the ones going up for sale. Sorry about the chair noise. Stay there. Stay there. These three, they're not scared, as you can tell. Maybe the ones down there are scared from me standing up in front from these guys. Possible. But these three, they were born in May. I had like only 2 or 3 babies that survived through June. So these ones had to wait because they were born in July, hatched, whatever you want to call it. But July did very well. They're growing red spot algae in here, which is kind of random. But not too many culls in this one, so I won't have a lot of cull orders to be bought in, but everybody's growing up really well. But I don't ship until they're 4 months old, at least, and then I'll post them up for sale. I found that any younger than that, they have a really low chance of surviving. Plus, a lot of people don't like to get super tiny fish right off the bat anyways. 4 months, you can see their spots. These ones are only 3 months. But you can see there's not a whole lot of difference. But there is a noticeable difference. And these ones are starting to get their colors on their fins. They've got their spots. There's occasional small ones, but those guys are the youngest of the batch. See, those are the normal, like how I do the cleaner shrimp for these tanks. He's kind of stripy and see-through. The orange is almost completely clear. And this is the tank that those guys are going to be moving to next week up here. As you can see, I got a couple cleaner shrimp going at it. I put way too much coral in here for some reason. I'll have to spread that out through the other ones. But I like to keep it in there. It just seems to buffer everything, and I don't know if it actually helps a whole lot, but it also gives another area for algae and everything to grow on too. So I'll keep doing it. Where were we going? We looked at the oranges real quick. Let's do the Endleys. They're getting all big. I've sold a couple of them, but not very many. But you can see the males are kind of getting fed up with each other. They're starting to spar more and more. A couple of them were doing it while I was doing a water change. Even through the big hurricane of water pouring in, they were still fighting. Some of the colors is pretty cool though. There's a few females starting to come out of the bunch now. They're fast for being so little. Colors are really pretty though. Primarily orange, but they've got purples, blues, greens. They think I'm going to feed them too. It's not time yet, guys. There's a couple white ones. There's one right there. That one. And there was one more somewhere. But, like, they got some really good color. Some of them have really neat fins, too, like this guy, if it'll focus. I don't know what all the types of tails and stuff are called and all of that. I've never really been into guppies all that much. For those of you who don't know, this tank started off from one female guppy that I had left over from a tank that was left with me by somebody else. And I bought an order of ghost shrimp. I don't know how long ago, but it came with a teeny tiny fry in it. Just let him grow in the brine shrimp or the ghost shrimp tank until he got big enough to where he was starting to pick at things. And I figured I'll just move him down with the other fish in the community tank that I had going. Well, I didn't realize that it was a male endler and I had a female guppy in that tank. And This is generation, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 maybe after that. The female guppy ended up dying. Um, she had a prolapse. This is all in video too. If you go through my uh, catalog, I guess, of videos, my page, whatever you want to call it. But that's where these guys all came from. Some of them are really dark orange too. He's neat. We've still got quite a few of these tiny snails. This is about as big as they get too. They are very numerous. A few people have bought them so far. They seem to like them. I don't know if they're using them for food or tank additions or what. Ooh, there's a baby up there. He's going to get eaten. I guess they are breeding again. Even up in the corner, they're fighting. Maybe I'll start putting some males over there. We'll see. But this video is already going pretty long. The oranges are doing well. They're taking care of their Java moss very well. That pump's just getting louder. I gotta grab another one. And I was just talking about these filters on a live stream the other day. And this one is living up to everybody else's fear. It refuses to stay stuck to the wall. And instead of pushing the water like I want it to, it just kind of plops bubbles up. Hey, there's a baby shrimp. Look at that little guy. Poke. But it just plops bubbles out and makes a noise now. I have it weighted so it won't float away, but whatever. It's still doing its job, kind of. The reds don't seem to eat their vegetables anywhere near as fast as the oranges. They still have a cucumber that I gave to them almost a week ago. Looks like they ate their green beans. I threw a couple green beans in each one, but that's all that's left of their cucumber. Compared to the reds still have actual like vegetable flesh and everything in there. But their Java moss is also doing well. They're still breeding regularly, as we saw with the baby here. Tiny little guy. Maybe you can see him. There we go. Oranges are breeding quite a bit more than they used to, which I'm very happy with. Got a tiny little guy here, right next to the big one. The blues, let me park my chair. The floor is at a slight incline up this way, so everything runs down to the drain, including my chair. But we've got a big scared rainbow shark. The blues are doing amazing. Called out a few of them here and there, trying to get them all to look like this guy right here. I want this blue. And that's a male too, so that's really good coloring. But a lot of the females are really dark. This one's almost black. Maybe I'll put that one over in the moss tank. That's pretty cool. Can hear the bubble from the reds down below. There's another good blue one right there. That one's almost like, what do they call them? Carbon Rileys, whatever. Minnows are still very happy in here. Hoping they give me babies again. There's our retired CPD. Her sides are healing up pretty good. She's kicking like she's brand new. I've been trying to slowly cut back on our fertilizer. What are you guys looking at? Been slowly cutting back on our fertilizers to see if the plants will adjust, because I'd like to just stop fertilizing and let the waste of the food and all the inhabitants feed the plants, but we'll see. Trying to make changes, trying to adjust. I still have the snails in here too. This one and this one. And the fish. Brine shrimp. This one died on me again the other day just because the valve closed itself somehow. I'm assuming the vibrations. I don't know. Still nothing going on with these guys. Slide over to the big snailness. We still have no idea what these plants are. Got a spider web on there. I hate spiders so much. The most unnecessary things on the planet. They eat bugs. No, they don't. They just put webs all over my basement. But the snails are actually starting to leave. So are the plants. I'm curious to see what that one's going to look like. Immersed. Immersed, right? Immersed is underneath. Immersed is above, I believe. I don't know. But this guy's coming out too. Make that the thumbnail. So I can hold it still. Looking for food. You just go down there. That's where I put it all. I don't know. I was thinking about getting maybe mollies or something, or maybe more minnows. Just let them have this whole forest to play in. The snails are all keeping a really good color. And the moss tank, which still really can't see through it all. But it looks like it's still doing okay. I don't see any brown spots or anything. It's not growing as much. I'm not fertilizing as much. I've already got it in all the baby CPD tanks. Whoa, sliding into the drain. But I just wanted to give a full tour. I'll probably stop moving that. Wanted to give a full tour, slow enough to where you guys could actually see everything. All the cull shrimp are gone. They all have new homes. Nope, maybe that might be one. Nope, it's not. But they all made it alive, except for I think one was in the folds of the bag. Unfortunately, I don't know if that was me or the male or being moved around, but all the other 200 made it. So far, so good. That is it for here. Keep this little guy in your thoughts. Hopefully he can heal up and remember how to swim better. We shall see. Fingers crossed. But that is all. Goodbye.